Hey folks, today we're going to talk a little bit about dryland training with the Rescue Step. Part of this video will be some in-water stuff, but sometimes it's easier to show things when you're not in the water. The whole concept with the Rescue Step or Rescue Ladder is just to help us get into our kayaks. If we flip, especially in the cold water here in the Pacific Northwest, we've got to do that rapidly. Too many times I'm seeing people flip and really struggle to get back in and to flip their kayak over. So the Rescue Step, these are made by Lewis Products down in Alabama, done extensive testing. I'm happy to be bringing these into Canada, really as a means hopefully to save lives on the water. Nice thing about them is they're soft, they've got reflective tapes on them so they show up in any weather conditions. Nicely here on the Old Town kayaks, we can just tuck them in underneath. So they're really out of our way when we're fishing versus a lot of bigger, hard, solid features. So that's a nice feature. Basically you flip it over, easy to find with the reflective tape. Once we get out on the water, if something should happen, again here we're about the right height with my kayak for on the trailer here for what would happen if we went in the water. Basically all it takes is a grab and reach in and pull everything out. So once you pull it out, again these handles will float, which makes it extremely nice to find on the water, highly reflective as well, and essentially they're labeled for ease, step and handle. Just to show you the inside here, when they're put in, they're basically a little one-way D-ring, and the whole thing about that is that we can adjust it to the height of getting in simply by pulling on the handle. Now we want to practice before we go out there, because ideally to get this back through and get the step lower, we have to open it up and kind of hand feed things through to get it back to length. So ideally you want to have it set up to the right length for yourself before you're on the water, so you don't want to be doing this when the water is 52 degrees. So we always want to make sure it's extended long enough to what we needed. Ideally you can start it with even. The other advantage of this is that in a situation where we have flipped our kayak over, with the pedal drives you'll see when we show the in-water, we can actually use the pedal to flip us over. Sometimes that's not enough leverage. When we've got all the extra gear and stuff on our kayak, it makes the challenge that much more. So in this situation we can throw it over the kayak. You'll see in the in-water video how I use that pulling down and just stepping down on it very easily rights our kayak. So once we've got our kayak righted, now we need to get into it. And one of the keys here that they don't talk about a lot is just really how we set ourselves up. So we've got our step here, our handle, and it's a little higher here than normally I'd be in the water with my PFD on. But you want to get it so that our knee is basically kind of at a 90 degrees. So I'm situated here. This is a little high right now, but I want to get myself so I'm basically at this point here to use this as the leverage to pick myself up and into the kayak. The biggest mistake I see people make in practicing is they're leaning back, and it doesn't matter what kind of rescue step or toe strap you've got for getting in. Basically people are leaning back. If you do that, you're going to push your foot into the kayak. Remember, our goal is to be getting ourselves up and over and onto the center line. So to do that, when we get in position, I'm just going to switch around here. Basically we want to push our foot away at the same time we're pushing ourselves up. So normally what that means is a little kick backwards with the other foot so that basically our body is angled. Once we've got that, all it takes is to push with the foot, and we're going to go up and in. You can see there obviously my foot goes underneath, but if I put it out here with my flip-flops on, it makes it so much easier. So that's the simple action for getting back in. I think one of the important things this points to too is when we have additional attachments on, it's going to make getting in that much more challenging. So in any situation we may want to put these out of the way. You'll see in the one video I actually hook one of these on my life jacket. It looks like, why am I not getting right in? I'm struggling. Well, it's because I hooked something on my life jacket, on my PFD. So those kind of things are going to happen. But again, the rescue steps really give us an advantage for getting back into our kayak quickly, in a safe manner, and just that additional aid when you've got all that gear on You've got stuff on board that really help you to make that quick transition into the center line, get yourself righted, and get out of the cold water so that you get safely to shore, and hopefully this helps. So I look forward to showing you this along with the in-water video, and again, these are available on PacificYakAngler.com and some of your local retailers. Thanks, have yourself a great day.